Are you feeling stuck in a rut? Do you struggle with laziness and lack of motivation? If so, you're not alone. But what if I told you there's a way to unlock your full potential and achieve your goals? Welcome to our Buddhist story on how to overcome laziness and unlock your full potential. In this video, I'm going to share a powerful story of a young man who transformed his life from a state of apathy to one of purpose and passion. We'll show you how taking small steps can lead to big changes, and how with the right mindset and guidance, you too can unleash your inner potential. So sit back, relax, and let us inspire you with this uplifting tale of transformation. In the small village of Mathura, nestled in the heart of ancient India, there lived a young man named Dharma. He was a gifted student with a bright future ahead of him, but he was held back by a debilitating laziness that prevented him from achieving his full potential. Dharma's parents and teachers had tried to encourage him, but nothing seemed to motivate him. He spent most of his time lying in the shade of a tree, dreaming of a better life without actually putting in the work to make it happen. One day, Dharma realized that he could not continue living this way. He was tired of feeling stuck and unfulfilled, and he knew that he had the ability to achieve great things if he could only overcome his laziness. And so, he decided to seek out the wise old sage who lived in the village and ask for his advice. Dharma had heard that the sage was wise beyond his years, and that he had helped many people overcome their problems and find success in life. He knew that the sage could help him too, and so he set out on a journey to find him. As Dharma walked through the village, he felt a sense of determination and purpose that he had never felt before. He was determined to find a way to overcome his laziness and unlock his full potential. Dharma finally reached the sage's home and was welcomed inside. The sage looked at him kindly and asked what had brought him there. Dharma explained his struggle with laziness and how he felt stuck in life despite his potential. The sage listened patiently and then said, "Dharma, there is a great power within you, but it is being held back by your laziness. If you want to unlock your full potential, you must first overcome your laziness." Dharma was intrigued. "But how do I overcome my laziness, wise one?" he asked. The sage replied, "There's a story that may help you understand. Once there was a group of monks who were tasked with building a new temple. They had all the materials they needed, but they couldn't seem to find motivation to start the work. So what did they do?" asked Dharma. "They decided to break the task down into smaller parts," replied the sage. "They started with one brick at a time, laying it carefully and precisely. Before they knew it, they had built the entire temple." Dharma was inspired by the story. "So I should start small and build from there." "Yes," said the sage. "Every great journey begins with a small step. You must take the step and then another and then another until you have built something great." With this newfound wisdom, Dharma left the sage's home, feeling empowered and motivated. He felt as though he had been given the key to unlocking his full potential. The next day, Dharma woke up early and decided to take the sage's advice. He picked up a book and began reading just one page each day. At first, it was difficult to motivate himself, but he reminded himself of the sage's story about the monks building the temple one brick at a time. Slowly but surely, Dharma began to build momentum. He found that as he read each day, he became more interested in the subject matter and wanted to learn more. Before he knew it, he was reading 2 pages a day, then 3, then 4. Dharma was amazed at the progress he had made, all by starting small and building from there. He felt as though a weight had been lifted from his shoulders and that he was finally on the path to unlocking his full potential. Despite his progress, Dharma still faced obstacles along the way. There were days when he didn't feel like reading, when he was tired or overwhelmed. But he had learned from the sage that overcoming laziness wasn't about being perfect. It was about making steady progress. So Dharma preserved. He found ways to motivate himself on the days when he felt like giving up. He reminded himself of his goals and the progress he had already made. He even found ways to make reading more enjoyable, like reading outside in the sunshine or with a cup of his favorite tea. As Dharma's momentum continued to build, he began to see changes in himself. He felt more energized and motivated, and he found himself taking on new challenges with confidence. One day, Dharma was asked to give a speech to the village about the importance of education. At first, he was nervous and unsure if he could do it, but he remembered the sage's word and decided to take it one small step at a time. He wrote his speech, practiced in front of a mirror, and slowly built up his confidence. And when the day of the speech arrived, Dharma gave a powerful and inspiring talk that left the entire village in awe. From that day on, Dharma lived a fulfilling and purposeful life. He continued to challenge himself, taking on new projects and pushing himself out of his comfort zone. He became a respected member of the community, known for his wisdom and inspiring words. And every now and then, Dharma would visit the sage to thank him for his guidance. The sage would always greet him with a smile and a cup of a tea, and they would sit together in the garden, discussing life and the mysteries of the universe. Dharma knew that he would always be grateful to the sage for helping him overcome his laziness and unlock his full potential. And he knew that as long as he continued to take small steps forward, he could achieve anything he set his mind to. Through the story of Dharma, we see that by taking small steps and making positive changes in our lives, we can gradually build up our confidence, improve our skills, and find our true calling. We also learn that having a positive attitude, a growth mindset, and a willingness to learn are crucial components of success. To implement the lessons of this story in our daily lives, we can start by identifying areas where we feel stuck or unmotivated and setting small, achievable goals to improve in those areas. We can also seek out mentors, teachers, or other sources of guidance to help us on our journey. And most importantly, we can adopt a positive mindset and believe in our own potential for growth and success. By doing so, we can unlock our own full potential and live a more fulfilling and purposeful life. And if you find this video helpful and inspiring, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more stories like this. Thank you for watching.